Welcome! Hi everyone! I'm pumped to be back. I'm excited to be back for Campaign 3. Thanks players, welcome Raging Rolls. Campaign 3, Season 3. It's going to be huge. Before we kick off, just a preemptive thank you to everyone, all these people, lovely people here on screen with me, for joining me on this journey. I hope everyone has a good time. And yeah, this is a long campaign. Everything I hear, this is going to take us a couple years. But it's going to be all sorts of fun, I hope. That's the plan. Yeah. Is there anything anyone wants to announce or say before we kick off? Just throw you all under the bus right now.
Let's say a big, massive thank you to our sponsor, Behold Games.
Right there.
Absolutely.
I'll put that in the chat because, whenever you need to get some gaming goods, dice or the new
Might check around again.
What's the new one coming out? The Giants one. Is that Big B something or other?
Big B's Glory of the Giants.
Yeah, go and get it from Behold Games. Do everyone a favour, do yourself a favour, order that from there.
They also did announce they're doing Phandalin and the Shattered Obelisk, where you got to stop Phandalin from being essentially blown up, which sounds pretty fun.
That would be cool too. But you know what's going to be even cooler? The Frozen North. So, allow me to set the scene and get you all in the right frame of mind. There we go. Let me try that again for everyone at home who missed all that. Icewind Dale has become trapped in a perpetual winter. Ferocious blizzards make the mountain pass through the spine of the world exceedingly treacherous, and this land has not felt the warmth of the sun in over 2 years. In fact, the sun no longer appears above the mountains, not even in what should be the height of summer. In this frozen tundra, darkness and bitter cold reign as king and queen. Most Dale residents blame Auril the Frostmaiden, the god of winter's wrath. The shimmering aurora that weaves across the sky each night is said to be her doing, a potent spell that keeps the sun at bay. Dale folk live in a scattering of settlements known as 10 towns. The drop-off in caravan coming from the south and travel between settlements in this never-ending winter has left everyone feeling isolated. Although each town has resolved to appease the Frostmaiden with sacrifices of one kind or another, no respite from winter's fury seems forthcoming. For adventurers such as yourselves, 10 Towns is a place to test one's mettle, and, in the spirit of heroes who have come before, leave one's mark on this frigid, blighted land. The town of Bremen, like all of Icewind Dale, is covered in snow and ice. The townsfolk scarcely venture outdoors, and when they do, they cover almost every inch of themselves in furs. A few small boats sit moored at the 2 docks among numerous ice floes, the shores of Mare Dualdon. Dim light flickers through the windows of 5 taverns set around the center of the town, with homes surrounding them. Few of them give off any kind of smoke from fires within. In one such house that emits a soft white smoke, we find a family sitting down to dinner with a guest. Bosphoronus Rome, along with his wife and 2 young daughters, and Tolban Whitescale. Dan, Dave, would you like to introduce yourselves?
To you, Dave.
Cheers, mate. Well, Tolban is an older man. He's a human. He's a little bit gruff. He's seen a few winters himself. He spent most of his teenage years under the instruction of a man from the forests around 10 Towns. And he really helped him become connected to nature. He spent a few years exploring the lands when he was became an adult before settling back down inside of 10 towns and marrying. Very sadly, his wife passed away a few years after they married in a fire at their house. Now, this really hurt Tolman. He spent many years grieving her. But with the coming of the darkness, he decided to serve the 10 Towns community. And he found that his connection to nature seemed to help him grow vegetables in the dark for the town. So he's often seen handing out various fruits and vegetables to the local people. One of those things that's really given him courage and great passion over the last few years of darkness has been just building a good relationship with one of the locals and their family that have kind of taken him in Beframis. Pass it over to you, Dan.
Well, I appreciate that, Tolman. It's mighty kind of you. You said Bosphorus is a half-elf with brown hair, piercing blue eyes, currently just like in his, indoor clothes. He has a wife named Impa, a son named Link, a daughter named Zelda. He also has a beautiful brown mustache. He's known as like the go-to guy around town. Like if you need something done, hit up Bosphorus. Whilst you're there, Tolman, you mind passing over those steamed yams?
Oh, of course, mate. Of course. It's very lovely for you to have me in on this tonight. I mean, it's always cold, but tonight it's just really
mighty cold.
Really got it going on.
Mighty cold. Would you know what? What say after dinner, you and I we have some of that knucklehead trout whiskey we'll have the other night.
Look, just one or two. I'm still feeling it a little bit on the originals. Oh,
yeah, they do.
At least this time, give me an ice cube. I know the weather outside, but man, that stuff is brutal. Man, I don't hold my drink that well.
The traditional way they actually drink that from like the people they learned from the people who originally settled these towns is you get the body of the knucklehead trout, right? You pour it in their mouth and you drink it out of the cloaca. Ain't that crazy?
That is very traditional. Thankfully, there is little traditional about us.
Exactly. Yeah, no, I prefer a glass myself.
Yeah.
Without warning, a bell rings out in the street, passing by quickly as a voice follows it. The frost is here! The frost is here! Boz's
Been here for a while.
Boz's wife, Impa, gets up and stands behind her two children, holding them close. Hold on, children. It won't be long. Candles and lanterns around the room flicker in unison as the temperature in the room drops. A chill wind knocks the windows and shutters about. The beating of massive wings can be heard overhead. A deafening screech echoes across the still town. Then, as quickly as the violence arrived, it leaves, and the candlelight returns to normal. Boz and Tolman, you know this to be the Frostmaiden's rock passing overhead, as it does each night. Down the street, at Stone's Tavern, as the screeching rings out, two wayward travellers stand in alarm and hurry out to see what the commotion is. Maddie, Jared, would you like to introduce your characters?
I don't think I'm ever going to get used to that. That's just dreadful.
It is quite terrifying.
I sometimes forget why it is that we decided that we would plonk ourselves here.
Well, that is why no one would come to really necessarily find you if you were in a place like this where this happens every night.
Who said that I was running? So Beatrice Roche is an elven wizard, and she has come some distance away from decidedly warmer countryside, and she's traveled across the way to Waterdeep, where she left Waterdeep and sought an escort heading north, where she met this man here, and he's proved to be kind of resourceful, I would suppose, and at least we made it here alive. And yes, now we are here.
For myself, you see a tall, lean, not old, not youthful wood elf with ash black shoulder length hair. He's wearing a poncho-like coat made from white, grey, and brown animal furs. He has a long, short bow over his shoulder and a quiver hanging from his belt. And he's himself travelled from Waterdeep and surrounds, and has a bit of a shady past, which he would like to see behind him.
For Beatrice, basically all you see is like the equivalent of either like a person wrapped in like a carpet, or like she's skinned a bear and wearing it because she is so cold all the time.
Excellent. Overhead, you see, having burst outside from the tavern, you see this enormous bird heading off to the east in the distance. Having only arrived in Bremen recently, you'd been sitting down to a meal before, hoping to find accommodation. You'd been sitting down for a meal before, hoping to find accommodation for the night. Heading back inside and passing another table of people that seem completely unimpressed by the sounds overhead, you find your table once more. At the wall to the west, directly opposite the bar, you see a dwarf pinning a flyer to the notice board. He staggers a bit, steadying himself with his hands as he does so. He's engaged in conversation with two other people. Nick, Mark, would you like to introduce your characters?
You see before you standing a Viking-like man, muscly, quite tall. He stands well and proud of himself. He's in his shining armor, and he has his nice fur coat on the back. He looks very presentable and looks after himself. What you pinning there on the board there, mate?
It's just... it's for tomorrow. It's for tomorrow, yes. You'll make it tomorrow, I think. And you see him pinning this flyer up. Mark, your character.
Indeed, and this gentleman next to me, he looks like he might be up for it too.
The ears twitch in eager anticipation of some work, because it's been a while between jobs, and you see a silver-spotted tabaxi snow leopard, a bit of a hulking beast covered in furs, with the very long tail, and a great axe not that far out of reach, eyeing off that notice board and the future prospect of work.
The dwarf staggers backwards and catches himself before bringing his hands out in front of him as though demonstrating the size of something. From behind the bar, a large, strong-looking man calls out with a smile, "Go home, Barrelbore. You're scaring these people with your ridiculous stories." The dwarf dismisses the comment with a wave of his hand, turns to leave, and calls back to the barkeep. "I'll see you tomorrow, Rod." Then points to the others, to Jorgen and Zane, and says, probably too loudly, "And you both, 7 a.m. No, 8 a.m. Docks, all right?" And turns and leaves. Jorgen and Zane, you then head out for the night to find rest at the inn. Beatrice and Gorekov, you finish your meals, and before you head out to find your accommodation, you stop to take a look at this flyer that seemed to cause such a commotion. It reads, "Fishers wanted. Cash per knucklehead trout caught. 7 a.m. crossed out, 8 a.m. depart." Bosphorus and Tolban, as calm returns to dinner, you hear a drunk song pass your house. "In the town of Bremen, 'neath the Frostmaiden's night, a strange cat and a man, their coin purses light. They'll set sail at dawn, the hopes in their eyes, unaware of the peril that lay in the skies." Night deepens, and you all find rest for the evening. Tolbin, you end up staying on Boz's couch, having had just one too many Frostmaiden Reserve whiskey. Beatrice and Greycove, you find rest at Buried Treasures, the local inn. In the morning, knowing you're short of money, you decide to head to the docks to try your luck at fishing. There, you see the two figures from last night. Tolbin, your dreams through the night are plagued by nightmares. In them, you're underwater, swimming among the trout, when a monstrous creature with a long neck and massive teeth emerges from the darkness to bear down on you. You wake suddenly. It's still dark outside. It's always dark outside. But you can hear the town waking and stirring. You wake up Boz and head to the docks. A feeling of something being out of place pushing you there.
You all right there, Tolbin? You don't look like you slept a wink.
Oh man, I got a few hours, but it was the same one again. It was.
Was it me and the missus? We weren't too loud, were we?
I mean,
We tried to keep it quiet.
I wouldn't say louder than normal, but you know,
The walls out there.
wasn't the
I'm
nightmare
sorry about that.
That wasn't the nightmare I was referring to this time. Thankfully, those dreams have stopped. It was the swimming one again. I was in the depths.
Oh yeah,
I was with
yeah.
the trout. You know, I always feel like I can sense other animals when we're out hunting or fixing things, and I know where the wolves are coming in. All that. This time it felt like the fish. I knew, I didn't see it, but it was right there on me.
But I told you, like, we can get the kids floaties. We can put them on you, and then you'll be okay. Like, you don't have to worry about it.
Mm. Yeah, I don't know. Wouldn't need so many floaties and fins with fins though. Like, I felt with the trout, not just swimming with the trout. It was weird.
Interesting. Well, if you do ever find yourself in that situation, I always find if someone tries to get you, stab it in the eye. They don't like it. I mean, most things don't like it when you stab it in the eye.
Yeah, fair call. Hey, have a look at this for me. As Ramus leans in a bit, I'm going to pretend to poke him in the eye.
Hey, what? Come on. And I like slap him on the shoulder. Come on.
Hey.
Let's go. You want to do some fishing? We'll do some fishing.
Let's do some fishing.
Take your mind off it.
I mean, that's precisely the nightmare. But yeah, let's do it.
No. Conquer your fears.
Okay.
Hey, I believe in you. I believe in you.
I believe in me too, but you say confusing things. What's that? The wind agrees. You say confusing things.
Yeah. Tell you what, that wind, it's that whiskey gives you some mighty awful wind.
As you approach the docks, you do see 4 other characters there, one of which you've seen around town for a little while. That'd be you, Zane. The other 3 seem fairly new to the area, and they're all standing at the docks as well. The lake around the creaky docks is frozen, forcing fishers to pull their rowboats up onto the ice. Standing between a pair of boats is a stout humanoid in cold weather clothing. A grey hood hides most of the humanoid's face, but you can make out a wide nose and a long, frosty beard. The stout figure stamps their feet, spots you, Zane and Jorgen, and waves you over. Good, you're here. Get to it, ingrates. Those fish ain't gonna catch themselves. Oh, you brought some friends, yes? You all must be together or seen my advertisement in the Stones Tavern, yes?
Well,
I saw.
howdy.
Oh, g'day, Moz.
Hey, we were just coming down for some fishing. You got a competition going on or something?
No. We just need some fish caught, and I just need some workers to get the fish out of the water.
Well, that's good. I was gonna say, like, that that Tabaxi there, like, he'd be good at the fishing. I wouldn't want to go up against him. He looks mighty
Oh,
fit
look.
and large, very large.
Look,
I'll just glare at Bosphorus. Quickly look that up, and turn to Zane and mutter that, is this actually going to impact our pay for the day? The fact that there's more people.
Probably.
you were saying that out loud, or is that just a
Just
look?
privately to Zane. More people, less pay, unless it's per fish or whatever.
Always ask. So, is the bounty per fish, or is
Oh,
it standard
yes.
pay?
No. Per fish, it's 5, not 4, but 5 copper per knucklehead trout you pull out from this mare to Alden.
Oh, that seems fair.
Yeah, too right it is. That's more than good in the coin. So, look, Boz, you like a bit of a competition. You could look, there's enough of you here. I've got 2 fantastic vessels. And as you turn to look at where he's pointing, you see 2 small boats. One of them's had a bit of a chip taken out of the front of it. And the other one looks perfectly fine. He says, look, don't worry, it's just because there's bloody ice everywhere. Last crew, apparently, born with pits for eyes because they took this burly ram, this boat I've got here, and just sailed right into a damn ice floe. I ain't gotten round to repairing the gun whale yet, but look, she floats just fine. Yes, boys, let's make this a competition. Whoever catches the most fish gets the most copper.
I mean, that's
Well,
logical.
Alright. I mean, if you guys are in, you 2 over there, you quiet ones, you want to get in on this?
Oh, I thought they were involved anyway. I saw them at the tavern last night. You must have seen my
I
fly.
wasn't sure. I thought they were just admiring the view of the white. It's all white
really-
everywhere.
Oh, I love this guy. He's funny.
Well, I did purchase you that fishing tackle. I don't fish, you see, but I can assist with.
Moral support would be good.
I can tell you to do better. Sure, why not?
It's worked in the past.
All right. Well, all right. And what's y'all's names? I'm Bosphoramus. This is Tobin. Tobin, say hi to the nice folks.
Lovely folks. Nice to meet you.
Charmed,
Ciao.
I'm sure. My name's Beatrice.
I'm Greco.
Beatrice,
Great.
Greycove.
Great.
Nice to meet you. And
All friends. Want a carrot?
yours.
You have carrots.
Many carrots.
You can call me Zane.
Do you perchance often put them on sticks?
They're kind of stick shaped already. Put a stick on stick to maybe like roast them over the fire, but that's about it.
I guess we have a different saying where I'm from. Sure.
And,
If you are
yourself
offering
there?
carrot, I'll take carrot.
Yeah. Tobin hands you a carrot. Enjoy, friend.
Zane, your friend here is very quiet. He's just glaring at me.
He's like that.
The name's Jorgen
Jorgen, pleasure to meet you.
with a J.
Well, that's how I was going to spell it in my head, but I'm glad you clarified. Thank you.
Clarity, okay, instead of a
very
Y. Jorgen
Say it,
with
Soldier.
3 M's and a silent Q. Spell that one, bitch.
Well, all right. What do you say? We have a competition. Why don't we let's flip something? There's just someone got a spare coin. We'll flip something to see who gets in which boat. I mean, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of us, so we go 3 for 3.
That seems fair.
That seems like good maths to me, Boz. You've been working
Well,
on it,
it's
haven't
early.
you? You've been working on that.
Oh, you know me.
Yeah.
Always try to keep my mind occupied and not think about the white.
Yeah,
Wow, it's everywhere.
oh, yeah, it is all the time. As you're counting out who's going where, you hear footsteps approaching on the creaky dock. Another figure, covered head to toe in cold weather clothing, has joined you. The figure wags a gloved finger at the frosty bearded dwarf. You have no honour, Bearable, the newcomer yells, pulling down a woolen muffler to reveal a pale, half-elven face. You are sending these innocent people to their deaths, and for what? A few fish? Pay no mind to this rambling fool, says Grinsk Bearable.
Insight check.
Who are you insight checking?
Obviously.
Bearable.
Yes, Bearable.
Was do I recognize this figure? Do Tolbert and I recognize this figure?
That would
Uh,
be 15 insight because I didn't roll it in the virtual tabletop.
Oh,
But
right.
it's a 15 insight.
You would have seen them around but paid no attention to them.
Okay.
Your 15 insight, you get the sense that this guy's hiding something. Right? He's trying to get stuff done, but he's trying to avoid putting himself in harm's way.
No, no. Assume guess the problem.
Harm's
taking
not in this campaign.
I tried so hard, Dan. I tried so hard. I thank you. I thank
The newcomer says in reply to Grinsk, "Tell me, Grinsk, did you tell them about the monster?"
you. What
you hear-
monster?
You hear Grinsk like, "I am."
Hold on. What monster?
I'm assuming not a friendly one.
He didn't. He
Are
didn't
you
tell.
trying to swindle us, little man? He's half-chewed carrot pointing at him.
So, no,
Rock
look.
hard from the frost.
This offer is 110% genuine. That's at least 100%. Means that every fish you catch, you'll get 5 copper per fish. That's the deal.
And if we catch something bigger or more dangerous, would we be doing the town a favor?
If it's a big fish, then yeah, it will feed more of us.
Wait, I look at the newcomer and I go, we're not talking big fish. We're talking monsters.
This
Very, very distinct difference there.
look,
I think you asking if there's a bounty on the monster. Is that what I think I'm picking up what you're laying down there, Jorgen with the Q.
no, Buzz. There's no monster in this place. There's just pay no attention to this fool. Just get to work.
I
Yes.
think you're slightly full of shit there.
Think what you want, miss, but the offer still stands. The offer you needing some cash. You look a bit short of some coin there. What did you cover in? This. Yeah.
And what's stopping us from just taking it from you?
What? Stop
Oh,
it!
hey,
What?
hey now, like
Hey, son.
Buzz, do you know these people?
I literally just met them. That's why I introduced myself. You know, being the plot thing. We don't have to resort to violence here, but if there is something in that lake, you better tell us now because, you know, it's not just me you got to worry about. It's my wife, and if she comes after you, you know what you're in for.
Yeah, I do.
The
indeed.
Tabaxi leers as well. Jorgen leers and goes, like a little bit of a competition fishing.
Yeah.
Something a little bit bigger than trout.
Look, I don't know what you're talking about, but I have never seen anything in there except the fish we need to catch. The fish I need you all to catch. So look, I've got things to do. I'm going to leave you to it. Please, the longer you stay here, the less fish you're going to catch. And he
But surely
turns.
you wouldn't mind if to join us on this rickety old boat to
Yeah,
Catch
more
them.
fishermen, more fish.
Yeah, let's have
to
a look,
catch
we go.
monster. I mean trout.
So, you know, Tolbert and I like, being in the town for as long as we have been, do we know that he's full of shit and he's pretty lazy? He wants us to do his work for him because it's easier for him to do it that way, to convince someone else to do it? Or is it more of a...
What?
Yeah, you would have
like-
also heard if people had gone missing too, on the lake.
Yeah, if you've married and been around here for a while.
Yes. Have I heard any stories of... I know one, the rock, and that the snow is a dangerous place and it's stupid to go too far outside town. And Tolkien's dreams as well. It's got me a bit concerned.
Yeah, give me a history check with advantage, given you've been here for a while and got Tolkien there with you. Is this the first roll of the campaign?
It's the first tabletop
14.
one.
It's the first tabletop one. Maddie's was
That's
technically
right,
the first roll.
Yes, Maddie's
Oh,
was the
yeah,
first
because
roll,
I've got
so there
two
you go.
computer things going.
Yeah.
It's all good. All good.
That's a total of 14 there for you.
Yeah, you know that this guy is very keen to get other people to do his work for him. You haven't heard of anyone gone missing, or being, any fishermen gone missing as part of this whole endeavor.
If it's a fishing village, are there, and I'm assuming at the local taverns, there might be some trophies mounted on the wall? Anything beyond a standard?
No, not really. From what you saw in the tavern last night, you're going to be the queue. No.
No mountain heads. Mounted heads, rather.
You know what? I think we could do this, but just let me run home real quick. Just in case, I'm just going to armor up and get my sword and shield, just in case. But whilst I'm there, I'll sweeten the pot for our competition. Whoever wins, I will treat them to a bottle of this famous Bremen knucklehead whiskey trout.
You hear that? Their boss here is going to sweeten that deal. Whoever wins this competition you guys have just made up. It's fantastic. All right, I will leave you all to it.
At the mention of the whiskey, Tolkien raised his hand a little bit. Just as you wander off, Tolkien kind of as soon as you turn around, Tolkien motions to the rest of them he's not messing about. This thing's real. There is something out there. Look, I'll tell you about it later. I'll tell you how I know later. But just look, don't look at me funny, Beaches. I get it. You only just met me, but I'm telling you, there is something out there. It's been haunting my dreams. I'm connected to this land. I just promise. Take care of yourselves out there. 5 copper and a few fish isn't worth dying for.
While you're having this little huddle, this hooded newcomer kind of leans in over your shoulder, just trying to be part of the huddle. Looks at you.
This is for the Mighty Ducks only.
Oh. Oh. I mean, I was.
What's a Mighty Duck?
I was getting the feeling that the prince doesn't like me very much, and I'm not sure that you lot do either.
I open the huddle a little bit for her. Just shuffle a bit. Why? What do you know about the monster? Why are you warning us?
Oh, it's not a warning. It's just more an inquiry. I mean, look, my name is Tali. I've been studying the local animal life here in Icewind Dale, around the regions. I just couldn't stay silent and watch another crew fall victim to a monster.
Hold on, another?
How many are we talking?
I think just one. Look! And she points over at the one of the boats that you're about to climb into, the one that's had a chunk taken out of it.
It didn't hit an ice drift, did it?
And this person gives you a sideways look and do you think hitting an ice floe would hit the top of the boat or the bottom of the boat?
Can I inspect the boat subtly, without needing to really go over to it?
I'm gonna go over to the boat and just look at it.
Yeah, you can have a look.
Cool.
Oh, you've got to start. You'll probably start getting it at some point anyway.
I'm definitely gonna inspect it before we go anyway. Make sure it is float worthy.
Yeah. Has it got claw marks or signs of anything more than it hit?
Make a perception check. And then an investigation check, given you're looking for some very specific things.
Investigation.
Yeah.
Uh, 20. I see the whole boat.
A 4. I see a boat.
So Zane, you have a
I
close look,
think.
I found the blueprints.
and you're able to kind of see that this doesn't look like evidence of something that's been crashed into, but more ripped out of. Beatrice, you're on mute.
Could I possibly, on Greykov's behalf, go, "I'm going to wander over and look at boat, going to see if teeth marks indicate any particular kind of creature."
Sure.
Would you like a survival or a nature?
If you are trying to determine the type of thing that did this damage, you can give me a survival or nature check. Same thing.
Are the boats
Oh, no, that's not that good.
flush
Sorry.
lake worthy?
It's too hard. It's too splintered at that,
That would
at
be
that
a
point.
9.
There's snow in your eye.
So this person, they removed their hood, and you see this half-elf person who seems fairly smartly dressed, all things considered. And she says, "I've been really, really intrigued by the stories I hear about the happenings on Mare Dweldon here, but it seems to be only in Bremen that these kind of things occur. I've been around to the other towns on the shoreline, but it's only here. I mean, the reports that I've picked up from people around the village say that all sorts of things. It's very as big as an ox, or it's the size of a house. It's like, I just don't know what it is. But if you are heading out there, you could help my research." And she hands you a notebook. "I can't offer you much other than my gratitude, but if you're going on the lake, please write down any information you learn about whatever the nature of this thing out there is."
If we're going to do that, we're going to require some ink. Ink, have come to learn, is very expensive.
Yes, it is. It's very, very hard to come by here.
We can't simply do any writing with no ink.
This is fair. And she
What if we kill it and bring it back to you, like a piece of it? Would that be enough for your research?
I would actually really like the notes of how it behaves in the wild in this region.
Better idea. You come with us.
No, I don't travel well on water. I'm more of an observer. And honestly, I think that I'd be much safer here. Much like the rest of the people of Bremen that you've come to know and be part of.
How big
Especially
is
with
this
this
lake?
creature understood better.
Like, just trying to gauge the size of this lake compared to the surrounding landscape. Can we see the other horizon or the other?
You can. It is about 15 kilometers from where you are to the opposite side. So you probably will be struggling. It's a fairly big, like Lake Macquarie type.
It's
thing.
hefty big lake.
Have people done anything to anger, like, the local region of late? Like, why all of a sudden is this giant thing attacking?
It's trapped.
I'm not sure. I don't know. It's only, these stories are only fairly recently occurring, but I'm not sure what's caused it, what started. But it's very interesting, and I'm very curious to learn more about it.
Well, howdy, folks. Sorry that took me a little while. As I was getting changed, the wife. Well, you don't need to know about that. Was that wild beast?
You only just left.
They call it a quickie for a reason. Anyway, sorry, that's a little bit TMI. What were you saying about this beast? Why it was trapped here?
I don't know if it's trapped here. I mean, it's a landlocked lake, so I imagine it can't get itself out. But
Necessarily,
I mean-
it could be caverns.
I mean, it could be that
True.
twins. Actually, would I know enough, having been up here for a certain amount of time, having done hunting and stuff like that? I do have proficiency with survival as well. Would I be aware why an animal could start or a monster could start attacking people at random when they've been calm the entire other time I've been here?
You're killing off its food source.
Give me a survival check.
Yeah.
We shall call this beast Nessie.
Hey, that's a big old 8 on that survival. I ain't got no clue.
No, it's pretty hard to figure out. You've heard
All
rumors
the
of
blood's
such things.
somewhere else in my body at the moment, not in my brain.
Nevertheless, you are handed, Beatrice, since you were the one asking for it, you are handed the notebook and half a pot of ink. A quill.
I turn to Mr. Dream Boy over there. Said you've been dreaming about this thing. You have a connection with this thing.
Right.
Do you get a sense of scale or size or intent or what drives it?
I look around for a second. Tolbin's. He doesn't seem to want to give away the details too loudly, but look, these dreams aren't fun. They cause me to sweat and wake up all itchy and worried. And this thing seems big, much bigger than a fish. Sort of thing that makes fish scared. You ever seen a
Bigger
fish
than our
shit
boat.
itself?
Well, so what you're saying is we're going to need a bigger boat.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Well, we got two. What if we tie the two boats together, and make it bigger?
I'm not sure that's how physics works.
And then that way tomorrow the beach will be open. No, I don't know where I got that from. Sorry.
How
Oh, so
frozen?
you're still drunk?
How frozen is this lake? Like,
So it's frozen from the shoreline out to about 10 feet beyond the edge of the end of the pier. So these boats have been dragged up on the ice.
Okay.
You hear Grints call out to you, "Why are you lot still here? Get going. The summer will be here
now.
before you get moving."
Easy now. Come on, don't take that tone with me.
He's right, though.
Yeah,
Time
we
is
should probably
money.
yeah. Well, let's tie the boats together. That way, at least if the whole thing goes down, we all go down together. No, that sounded really dark. I didn't like that. What do you no? Okay, we'll go separate. Okay, who wants to come in the boat with Tobin?
Let's just stay close.
Yeah.
Let's at least not tie them together, but have a rope that we can easily.
Yeah. What if if you're in the boat with people, you tie the boat around you, the some rope around yourself, and then that
Sounds good
way,
enough.
if anyone goes overboard, you can just pull them back in.
I'm just going to start while they're talking about this, DM, moving to the side and casting a ritual.
Mm-hmm.
It'll take me about 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
What you got over there? Over to the side on the pier, out 10 feet from the shore.
Just off to the side of you guys, just like, because you're talking about boats and shit, and I'm just like, I'm not getting in one of those boats. Absolutely not. So
Well-
I'm going to be casting a ritual.
Well, how do we want to split this? Do we want? I mean, Zane and Jorgen with the Q. You guys look mighty strong. We should have at least one strong person in each boat. Do we feel like there should be an extra in another boat, or? No offense, Tolbin. I know you're strong, but
How much do you weigh?
Are you talking to me?
yeah. You just kind of spaced out for a second there. Were you thinking about the white? We don't think about the white, remember?
I was just thinking about the carrots. Carrot. Look, why don't we just grab the kitten and get out of here? Let's go.
All right, let's get going.
Okay.
Kid with a
You,
Q.
Very well.
Let's do it.
Come on.
As we're dividing up, Tolbin reaches down and grabs like a handful of the ice, and just scrapes together a bit and pulls it up and kind of walks over to
I think we'll
Boss. And as it just seems like a normal thing to do, Boss doesn't seem to flinch. Just smacks him on the back with it. And look, as long as the ice is icy, we'll be fine out there, mate. Just like always. And with that, I give him guidance.
Oh,
Nice.
all right. Appreciate that. Well, let's tie some rope just in case, especially for you, Tobin. I don't want you going overboard and not being able to get to you.
That's very kind of you.
Yeah, I'll tie some rope around myself, around Tolbin. I'll hold the rope out, ready to tie Jorgen, your man. I can tie it around you. He's good.
Is there nothing around the boat that has like?
Oh no, we tie the end to the boat. So if we all go over, we can get back to the boat.
Sure.
Yep.
Sure.
Like the tail, or no, not the tail. I'm guessing.
Not the tail.
Okay, around the waist, and I tie the end off to the boat. I do some.
I have no idea.
Knots. Just so we're all tied
You
up.
call
And
those sailor yachts?
start pushing the boat out.
okay, so you all find your way into one of these two boats.
The good one.
The good one.
Wait, how big are the boats? How many people can fit in the boats?
3 in each, I'd say, comfortably.
Okay.
So we have the perfect amount.
Yeah.
Actually, we'll take. I feel pretty capable, so we'll take the crappier boat.
Okay.
I reckon we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Tolvin, we'll be fine. Don't give me that look. I know that look.
Okay. As you steady yourselves in these boats, Beatrice, did you get in the boat as well, or are you staying on shore?
So I read my spell, and I'm going to I've cast Tensor's floating disc as the backup plan. So if something does muncheth on these boats, at least there's something to not die an icy, horrible, waterlogged death that will follow us, and then we can climb up on that.
And how long does that last?
It lasts for an hour.
All right. Okie dokes. As you're taking these boats out, you drag them off the edge of the ice. They end up skimming themselves into the water, and you climb aboard. There is a number of really decently sized and smaller sized ice floes kind of just making their way around.
Making away.
Who is leading boat number 1?
Hey Tobin, what's your survival like? Jorgen, what's your survival like?
Mine's pretty
My
good.
survival
So
is
I'm
good.
also
My
I'm also
survival.
happy to take a lead.
Okay. Give me
I
a
want coin.
give me a wisdom check there, Jorgen. And you can add a proficiency bonus if you are proficient with water vehicles.
Man,
I'm
I
not
picked land
proficient
vehicles.
in water vehicles.
Okay. Trying to steer your boat through these ice floes.
That's a 12. By the way.
12. You see one that's come out. You're looking in that direction. You turn and you see it. You try to steer faster than try to steer away from it, but its boat doesn't quite turn in time. Now, let me understand. Boz, you got in the one that had the chunk out of it, correct?
I thought we would be okay. We're
Who's in-
capable.
Who's in what boat?
So
I'm
I
in
wrote
Bob's.
it down. Yeah, me, Tolbin, and Jorgen are in one boat, and then the others are in the other one.
Okay.
Correct.
Great. Team B.
Okay.
Team.
Looks like
It's
Team
Team
A is
B
going to
for
need a rescue
Beatrice.
soon.
Okay.
I'm just writing. We hit an ice floe with Jorgen's expert navigation.
I thought this boat was unsinkable. And
It
here we
hits-
are, sitting in the ice floe.
It's
never
made of
said that.
aluminium. It should have been fine.
It hits, and you just you will kind of jolt a little bit as that splintered area at the front fractures a little further. Who's
Tolman's
leading?
going to muscle him to the side a little bit, mate. I'll let me take over here. Let me just take over here. I'll keep us together.
Okay, great.
Been on these waters a few times.
I'm guessing Zane or Gray, whoever's in the other boat, give me a wisdom check.
Okay.
One of you.
Me.
Okay.
Wisdom, did you say?
Yeah, we'll let Zane go with this one.
Why is the game master rolling dice privately? I don't like this.
True fear.
Oh, that's a 9. Not much better, apparently.
Your rolls are set to private to me, I think, at the moment. There, Nick.
Yes, correct.
You, having seen the other boat hit this blow, you're looking in the wrong direction as you end up drifting into another chunk of ice
Damn
on
it.
the opposite side of you.
Oh dear.
Okay. You bump off that. Not too much damage on that one. That seems okay. Tolman, give me a wisdom check.
Wisdom check.
You haven't even
will,
got to the dangerous
I
part yet.
will pat him on the shoulder and cast.
20.
No, you can do it, buddy.
Say a dirty 20.
30-20.
Nice.
Nice. That's
Having
the highest we rolled so far.
Having seen the one that Jorgen just hit and the one that Zane just hit, you keep a keen eye, and your nature abilities and whatnot, you're more attuned to everything going around you. You're able to navigate yourself and the boat behind you out into the open waters.
Can I have a look around, see if I can spot the knucklefin tuna's a classic move of just like just the tip piercing the water for a little bit and then going back down. Having studied their native habits.
Give me a nature check.
You have got it.
Perception. Keeping
Yeah,
an eye out.
just the tip
I'm
though. You're not looking for
Perception,
them
whatever.
down deep.
Throwing
with
it
the
out
guidance.
there, I've got a passive perception of 17 for.
Gills deep.
Not guilty, no, just the tip.
All right, so that's a 13. A 13 on that with the guidance.
It's really hard to tell given like the number of bits of ice floating around here. You can't hard to tell what's ice and what's fish, but you swear you see something sort of appear for a second and then disappear a moment later.
Hey, I think I saw something over there. Let's is it close enough that we can like cast out, or
Yeah, you can go fishing.
We'd-
Sure,
we'd
you
be
can you can go casting.
Yeah.
Yeah, go fishing.
yeah.
Have we got
I mean,
fishing
There
poles?
was
or
fishing
have we got,
tackle
like,
and fishing gear in the boats when you got in there. It was already unpacked to go.
I open up the bait box
I've got a
and it's just
spear.
eyeballs. What the fuck? No, open up the thing, get a worm. All right, we ready to do this? Let's make that bacon.
Cool.
I mean,
All right. So
Yeah.
you all cast in.
Okay.
Why not?
B, can you give me just a D20 roll? Sitting there for some
Team
time.
B.
No, Beatrice.
That's a 3.
That was me.
Oh.
That was it. Sorry.
Gregov.
Sorry. Well, do you wanna? What was it? Perception.
No, just a
I
straight
think it was just a
D20.
D20, so that's why I just rolled the
Oh,
3.
20.
So 3.
That was a
He's
3.
rolling on a table. He's rolling on a table.
Even though you guys take yourselves over to where, Boz, you thought you saw something move, it's very quiet out there. And an hour passes with not even a nibble on that line. Because that hour has passed, Beatrice, your disc has now disappeared.
Yes. Quite.
Um,
Oh, well, it was only a ritual.
Greycock, give me a D20.
That's a 10.
It is then.
by now, what you would have been normally used to back south of the spine of the world, the sun will be starting to make its warmth known. And yet still you sit here in the mostly dark environment, in the silence and the stillness of the middle of this lake, with not even a nibble on the light.
Well, this sucks.
Does
Are we using the
Jorgen
right
just like?
bait?
Ooh.
Oh, hang on. Is Jorgen just like a cat, just like tapping the top of the water?
Let's
It's like,
find out.
come on.
Jorgen, hand me a
You can
d20.
use the light to attract fish.
DM, Jeremy, could I possibly spend some of the time that I've been waiting not fishing, casting a ritual for Find Familiar?
Sure, absolutely. I mean, that takes 10 minutes. We've been here for 2 hours already. That's fine.
Cool.
I'll tell you what, I'm also going
You guys
to...
smell incense? That's
So,
weird.
I think
Having
for the purposes
Ooh, a
of this
map.
spell, can it take the form of a quipper so that it can be in the water?
Sure, I guess. Why not? Whatever
that's
kind
like
of form you want.
the spell takes. Can you just cast it into the chat for me?
Yeah, sure can.
Well, the stream has
I
the
know.
join games
Yeah.
I'm familiar.
and
Oh, no.
So tick that. and
Jorgen
then
rolled a 11,
a solid 11.
a solid
Like a
11.
very, very
Solid
solid.
11.
It's
A
like
very-
an average. It's an average sized 11.
It's a very convincing 11.
You guys can put yourselves on the boats, whatever boats you're on.
Cool.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Are we? What are we rolling here for the fishing?
Just straight d20.
Just straight D20.
with my Jeremy,
Mhm.
with my fish companion, I'm gonna sit down in the boat on the floor and send the fish out, and I'm gonna have a look under the water to see what the fish can see.
Okay.
I can't drag my player icon onto the map for some reason.
Ditto.
I have the same problem. So.
Oh my god. Hang on a second.
Dude.
Okay.
Meanwhile, given that Oz was being a bit of a dick, I'll use my tail to like reach into the water and just splashy some ice cold water at Oz.
How was it? When was I being a dick? That was me in real life being a dick about Jorgen. That wasn't boss.
I get confused.
Oh,
You can be
oh,
dickish.
oh, you're a playful kitty cat. I like that. I like that.
I was hoping to do it stealthily,
Oh,
unnoticed. Jorgen's sitting in the middle of the.
I have a 13 passive wisdom. Passive perception, sorry. Yeah.
What?
I have a fish.
He was trying to splash me stealthily.
Oh, right. Okay, great. So, who rolled an 11?
I did.
Great.
I catch fish.
Jorgen, as you're kind of sitting there trying to fish and not quite sure what the hell, how this all really works, you look up and actually spot another boat across the way towards the opposite end of the lake. You can see it's got 2 fishermen on it. It keeps its distance. And the people on there barely look up and give you the time of day. It doesn't look threatening, just like it's sitting there having a fish. They
Looks
spend
like we might be in the right spot. If it's drawing a crowd. Although I don't know why we're not getting any deals.
Maybe just suck at fishing.
after
My
another
strong suit.
hour that passes, that ship reels in
DM.
back here. And, yeah.
So we got you've cast Find Familiar.
Yeah, so I did that. It doesn't take very long. It was like I was going to have a look under the water with a familiar to see if there's actually any fish here or if the creature's lurking about or anything like that, because I can see through its eyes.
Yep. So
But I'm blind and helpless while that happens.
So
Blind and deaf and helpless, yes.
taking your presence into your awareness into this fish, you're looking around. You see a couple, not heaps. It's not as though there's a school of trout around. You see the odd fish here and there. You don't see much else.
Are they knuckleheads?
They are knuckleheads. There's a lot of knuckleheads in this lake, and not much else. Who is next? Zane, give me a d20 roll.
Yes, sir.
I mean, we could always try and go in a little bit further. I thought I did see some.
I was
Yes.
Bell Rod.
There's really no fish biting in this area. You're once again sitting there with what you thought was a nibble, but no, just nothing. Just a bit of movement on the water. Time passes.
Should we scooch up there to that other boat? Maybe they're having better luck. Maybe they know the
Can you
lake
use a
better.
light?
Well, it's
Can
not
you use light to
Boss
attract-
Ramos, I thought you said you lived around here for like years. Come on, where's a good fishing spot?
Well, I don't do a lot of fishing. That's mostly other people. I mean, my proficiency is like more in the land-based vehicles, and you know, like I don't know, like these people are out here like trying to make a living too. We don't want to impose too much. We don't want to getting sore at us or anything. We could.
But I'd
I like
to make a living
Greycow's
as
idea
well.
with the light. I mean, yeah. I mean, let's try some light. Let's shine the light down, see if we can see something. Did anyone bring a flashlight or a flashlight? Not the other thing.
I think we have torches.
Oh no, never mind. Well,
How clear is this water?
it's
is it-
pretty dark. I mean, remember that you don't get much light here. The sun never rises, so even
Maybe it's the bait.
even
So
though
it's-
now,
It's clear water, but just deep and dark.
yeah.
Oh,
So
and the sky is dark.
say you guys left at 8:30 in the morning. It's now 12:30 midday, where it would normally be peak sunshine. It is dim light, so the water is very hard to see through. But Tolbin, give me a d20 roll.
With pleasure.
Roll high.
Well, this does
not
not
bad.
seem very much worth our time.
Just before I do, I'm just gonna grab my carrot. As bad as that sounds, grab my carrot, give it a little rub, and feel better about life, and give myself guidance as well to roll a d4.
Okay.
Whew. The carrot did not help.
Let's be frank. We suck as fishermen.
Absolutely do. I think it's just the hangover from the knuckle whiskey. I turned to Boss and I'm like, Boss,
At least you got an
spoken
excuse.
about this, mate. No more
Well-
whiskey before we go fishing. This is just
Well,
ludicrous.
we weren't
What?
originally planning to go fishing, but you know, it just kind of happened. Why don't we move up a scooch? Maybe a little bit closer to those other fishermen, but not too much.
What are we using
Jeremy?
for bait at the moment?
Jeremy.
Has anything?
Oh, sorry, can I like physically, like with my eyeballs, see any fish or glints of movement? Can I see
No,
any?
it's just far too dark to be able to see through the water.
Oh, actually, hold on. When you cast a spell, a range of touch.
What?
I think I can get my familiar to deliver spells. Actually,
Okay.
How far does voice carry through water, Jez?
Oh, geez, I don't know if that's in the DM guide.
Well, I've got a voice spell that goes 100 feet, and would be painful to any fish, so they would just float to the top. So that's like 30 meters deep.
It's just fucking throw some dynamite into the fucking lake.
I'm gonna lean over and
like
verbally
it.
dynamite the lake.
All right. What does that look like?
Verbal
I
dynamite.
just Boys, just give me a second.
Oh, yeah. All the
Quick,
all the
boss, hold-
side of the boat.
Boss, just hold my feet for a second. I'm gonna lean
Okay.
over and put my face into the water, and I'm gonna cast Thunderclap, where I let first a burst of thunderous sound up to 100 feet away, straight down into the water. Yeah.
Okay.
So all the fish have to make a con save, or they suffer 1d6 thunder damage, which I'm sure is, amplified by the water. I don't know physics here. And they float to the top, surely.
Hang
I'm
on a
redneck
And what
dynamiting
happens?
the fish.
He's got to make 100 rolls. We've got to wait a second.
Oh, DM's alerting. Okay.
Maybe the chat knows more about physics than I do.
Oh
Look.
my god.
He's just going dynamite fishing.
Yeah.
Sound does travel pretty well in water. This much I'm pretty sure of. So, you put your face down in the water and you've never felt your face feel so cold as it is in that water. Make a con save.
Yeah, here we go.
Absolutely.
So no
First
depth
con
judge
save
for
of
this.
I know, we're all level 1. This could literally kill it.
Oh,
Yeah, 11.
you managed to hold off from any kind of damage or frostbite hitting your nose, just luckily. And fighting through that, you just yell out. Is that how you're doing? You're just screaming out.
I just bloody fish. Very, very loudly. Come up and say hello.
Roll me a d6.
I think we would have said, feed me.
You are also just announcing our position.
You see, just
Okay,
at
hurry.
random intervals, once you pull your head back up, just 6 knucklehead trout just start to pop up on the surface around the two boats.
Start grabbing them. Grab as many as I can
Reel 'em
before
in,
everyone
boys.
else.
And Beatrice, what were you doing before? You were asking me something?
Did he kill my fish?
It's other fish.
Your familiar has like 1 hit point or something? Yeah, your familiar is like gone.
I'm going to
Disappeared.
cast a message to my new companion, Tolbin, on the other boat, going, this slight will not go unnoticed, fish murderer.
Tobin considers yelling at the other boat with the same thunderclap sound, but holds on to it.
So, did we get 6 fish just then?
You got 6 fish
Yeah.
just then, yes.
Yeah.
And
Dirty
now
copper, baby.
Attaboy, Tolbin. That's great. That's mighty fun work. Oh my god.
whoever's next up to roll me a d20, give me a d20. I can't keep track anymore.
It's me. I think I'm the only one who hasn't rolled yet.
Oh shit.
7!
With those 6 fish now detonated to the surface and now captured in your boats, the next hour passes uneventfully.
Very tempted to light his boat
Oh,
on
guess cool day.
DM,
Hmm.
I'd like to lean into my little bag of bullshit and realize that I've got an Outlander background. And I can find food or fresh water for up to 5 people each day, provided that the land offers it, small game and water. Can I use that as finding food?
Okay. I will let you roll the next d20 with advantage.
Fuck yeah. I'm so glad you're in our boat, Gorgon.
My little bag of bullshit.
Let's,
Never more have I wished for 2 nat ones.
let's
2 hours pass.
move
I-
up
It was
a little
just
bit.
a D20.
Tobin also thinks about his previous life and realizes he has an Outlander background too.
Oh,
Yeah.
we have a. I don't know why it's adding proficiency, like some
No,
sort of
it
bonus to that.
added them together.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah.
it's with advantage. That is a 17.
With your 17. You've sensed something now different in the area you've just moved to. ripples begin to disrupt the surface of the lake, causing your boat
fuck.
to begin to bob from side to side.
Oh, fuck.
Beatrice, you notice a large mass glides through the dark water just below your boat.
I cast Mage Armor on myself.
Did I get fish?
Did you get
Got
fish? No, you
You
didn't
got
get
the fish.
We
If
got
you-
something. We got something.
You got
Fish
something.
for 5 people. Not a fish that could kill 5 people. That's not the
Right.
bullshit. I think I reached down into the bag of bullshit and go, pick the wrong thing.
So ahead of this massive shadow which is moving under the water, Jorgen, you do see 2 knucklehead trout kind of swimming the heck away from it in front of it. If you roll me a dex check now, you can try and grab one out of the water.
Oh, lose your hands.
Holy shit.
I'll do that.
What are you doing?
Grab it.
A dex check to grab.
If you saw it, yeah, you can roll the dex check as well.
An 11?
Is that acrobatics?
Is it tabaxi
Dex-
bullshit?
It's just straight
Straight
dex
dex.
check.
Very well.
Tabaxi bullshit. Oh, I think that was the tabaxi bullshit of.
Oh, it's 2 11s.
They both slip past. They're more speedy and agile in the water than your hands are from air to water, and they slip past your nets. But this great big dark shadow scoots past just after them before it heads off into the distance and disappears into the depths.
What was that?
What was what?
Might have been our monster.
Yeah, that was big. How big was it when it went past? How big was it?
Oh, I want to say about 15, 20 feet long.
Well, I don't know about the rest of y'all, but we've done okay tonight. Today, we got 6 fish.
This boat's going fine.
Hey, Tobin, was that remind you of anything? The thing that just went past?
It reminds me of things that I dreamt of. I'm not feeling great about this, mate.
Do you want to head back in?
Well, I don't want to leave these 3 out here. They'll certainly.
Oh yeah, no,
Look at how weak
you
they are.
know, of course. Like, I mean, they have no fish. But you know, we just been mighty lucky. Maybe we should like give them some, so they don't go home empty-handed. I mean, that great cop fella, he looks well, filthy. I want to say filthy.
Is that chat just echoing out across the lake and so quiet?
No one there.
Yeah.
Dead
This is
quiet.
very, yeah.
Who's up for rolling me a
I
d20?
think
Who's
you heard
next?
me.
Oh, roll one. Let's roll.
Oh, come on. Is that a 4?
Yeah.
We are all
Apparently it's terrible at rolling on that.
so bad.
It goes very, very quiet in the waters again. But I tell you what, I'm being generous.
Being
Why
generous.
don't you, with that, give me a survival check.
Okay.
Are we dead yet?
Ooh,
That is a 17 survival.
not yet.
17.
Yes.
You feel a nibble on the end of your line.
Ah, got silly.
Hey.
Can I yank it?
It's pulling back pretty hard. Give me an athletics check.
Oh,
It's the monster.
What did he do?
he's got a fish on the end.
A
15.
fish or a fish?
Exactly.
Fish.
So
What'd you
It
say?
was
15.
this big.
Oh god.
underestimated to the depth.
I've caught something. It's very strong.
Is it your inevitable doom?
Apparently.
You had something for a moment, but then the line goes slack, and you fall backwards a little bit, stagger backwards. The line comes
Damn it.
free. The fish has escaped.
Bugger.
Who's up for rolling me a d20?
Well, I'm up for heading back to shore. Ran out of luck.
I'll give it a go.
Go.
Come on.
Yeah.
Nice.
18. I assume that's good because all the other ones have been crap. And
Once more, the water begins to move more so than it has in the past. And
No idea.
It's a big fish.
Dun,
this dark shadow begins to grow in size as it seems to be approaching your boat.
dun.
Our boat or the other boat?
Wherever,
Your boat, Zane. Your boat.
The other one with fish on it. Food source.
Yeah, but Grey Cob's in your boat, so.
in Greyco's boat, and it gets bigger and bigger until this thing is massive, and it just pauses for a moment just below the surface before just getting smaller and smaller once more.
As it's like getting
definitely
bigger,
look at my shadow.
as it's getting bigger, it's like, should I take a shot at it? Oh.
no, you wait until it's attacking the other boat.
Yes.
So,
I want to
Tolman,
steer it
we
away
wait
from
until it
this
attacks
guy.
the other
No,
boat,
no,
and
no,
then we
no.
go for it.
You'd be like, if you loose the arrow over in the water just upon their boat, and it rises up and like over there, then yes.
Well, I thought we were here for fishing.
Tolman, you know nature stuff, right?
Lots of nature stuff.
Can you talk to animals or monsters and stuff?
I mean, when it's quiet and I'm draining the lizard, I have a chat to nature, but I don't actually speak words. I just get feelings. You know that.
Can
You
you
like-
can you talk to the animals? What?
I'm no
With the
Dr.
animals? Laugh? Cry?
Who's up for rolling me a d20
I
while you're having this
forget
banter?
Forget the rest of the stuff. Squawk with the animals. That was it.
Walk with the
Just to
Here we are.
clarify with everybody, are we interested in taking this big monster on or what?
If we can avoid it, to 14 DM. If we can avoid it, it'd be yeah. But then again, it's causing problems for the village. So
What?
it comes to it.
Would
We
be
should
worth a
probably.
bit of coin, would it not?
Yeah.
Oh,
What if we drum up a story that it genuinely does exist, and then someone puts a bounty on it? Right now, it's just a rumor.
That seems like kind of underhanded. Like we'd be helping out the village, which is in itself much better. Plus, it's eating the knucklehead trout, which is in turn, starving the village. We should try and take care of it, help out the village.
While you're having this
Fucking
conversation,
locals.
you can feel like a cold wind. The wind around you coming down from the north is starting to pick up in its intensity. The snow that's falling starts becoming sideways, and it's starting to really bite into that little bit of skin that's showing. And for the next hour, you've really got to just buckle down as this wind is howling down from the north.
Well, guess it's time for a nap.
1 hour later, someone can give me a d20.
Is it so? It's now like
I'll
3
do it.
o'clock, 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
You can tell time.
It's 3:30 in the afternoon. Yes.
I rolled a critical.
Woohoo! Nat
Fancy
20.
animation too.
Very
Oh, that's
cool.
sick. Love it. Love it. The first nat 20 of the campaign, rolled by
And
Maddie.
that 20s.
Why did I roll a 1?
What?
You rolled a
Just
d6.
came out of
Ignore it.
nowhere.
Or a
Oh,
D6, yeah.
sorry. That was me rolling. I had you selected. My bad.
What? Why are you rolling, GM? Why are you rolling?
Because this great big shadow grows in size once more. It
Oh,
gets really
fuck.
curious about you guys moving around in this boat.
Where is the shadow, DM? Like, where on the boat would it
Maybe
be?
it wants to be our friend.
It's.
Best friends forever and ever.
Who just rolled that?
We could tame it. We could tame it, and we could ride it. And
Here.
It's there.
This shadow pops up here, and
There.
this time, what? No, here. Yeah, you
Yeah,
had a
there.
line.
Okay.
What's the line about?
Well, it's 20 feet, right?
Oh, right. Sure.
Is this iceberg considered ground?
What is he doing? Oh no! What's he doing? Oh fuck!
Yeah, you could try and stand that up if you wanted to. It'd be quite
Alright.
tricky to get up there.
Throw one of your trouts in there and see what happens.
I'm gonna do something a little bit different to my trout. I'm gonna cast Entangle off the side of the iceberg to try and grab this thing before it disappears on us again.
Where's my creature?
Hey, you know what would be
I'm gonna
really nice,
ready an
Jorgen?
arrow.
We
for-
could try and tame this thing. I'll get a fish ready and turn so I get ready. See if I can try and tame whatever this thing is. Just as Tolbin does. I'm like,
While you're
Leopardon.
while you're yammering away, Jorgen's reaching for a javelin.
The creature.
I'm readying a short bow for if I see it because it's on, I guess.
You see a reptilian head pop out of the water, attached to a long, slender neck that rises out of this cold, dark depths.
Nessie!
The creature looks over at you, Boz, as you just called out Nessie, and then turns back. Just scans all of you. And then, in common, it just says, "I am listening."
Why do you haunt
Sorry.
my dreams?
Sorry, I'm a bit hard of hearing.
Sorry, it fucking talks.
Yes, I talk. More
Why
I
do
love
you
it.
haunt- Why do you haunt my dreams?
That is quite a severe lisp.
What's the
It's
lip?
probably because it's cold. It doesn't have he doesn't have lips, Jorgen. It's not nice to point out other people's flaws. He doesn't have
It's-
lips, okay?
It's
He
really
has lips,
not.
but he doesn't have lips.
It's not nice.
Yeah.
What?
You've been. Was this you? And I point down to the chunk taken out of the boat.
Yes. That's me.
I just looked down at my flask going, what the hell have I been drinking?
I just wiped like spray out of my eyes from that last lisp.
Why'd you attack this boat?
I was told to. This is why I can do the things that I can now. I was quite happy. Just floating around, down in the depths, minding my own business, chomping on fishies.
I'm sorry.
I love it.
I missed that last bit.
I said chomping on fishies.
And again?
Chomping on fishies.
Oh! Chomping on fishes. Yeah. No, okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, fishes.
I understand. I get you. Yeah, I read your vibe. So, but who asked you to attack the boat? Like, you seem like a reasonable fella.
Talking to a fish.
It looks like a reptile or something.
Yeah, I'm very reasonable. It was not too long ago, to be honest. I was greeted by this man, I think. This person who did something with their hands and they're moving around and then I could think. And then I could speak.
Oh, right. You used to be an eel did you used to be about yay big or so?
Oh, no, that's ridiculous. I was never that small, that's ridiculous.
How
This-
big?
No,
You can-
no.
I
No,
always
I
been-
think I know what happened.
Oh.
I think I know what happened here. I think I know what happened. No,
What?
I got nothing. I was hoping if I said that it'd come to me, but it didn't.
Can I possibly roll an Arcana check?
Yes.
Sort of get an idea of what the hell may have happened magically with this creature.
Yes.
Marvelous. This way, that way, some other way. How does this thing work?
Arcana.
There it is. A is for Arcana. Did that roll anything?
Nice.
I will have minimized. I rolled a 19.
Fantastic. You look really deeply into this creature, and you can get a sense that this creature is how it is as the result of a druid casting an awaken spell.
I see.
Uh,
I sent a
Brandon-
message over to Bosphoramos. I'm like, hey, Bosphoramos, do you know any druids in the area who might be enchanting creatures that have intelligence?
Well, this. What was that? Who said that? Who's playing silly with me? Who's playing? First you got the. Oh, sorry, fella. What was your name?
No one's ever asked me my name. I don't know.
What about? Why don't we call you Nessie?
Let's call him Steve.
I like Nethy. That's a nice name.
Okay, and so
David, stupid.
also, Tobin, I got a voice asking me about druids that can awaken things. Like, I mean, you woken me up plenty of times. Is that what we're talking about? Oh,
Probably something a little bit stronger than that. What the guy who taught me about nature, he spoke about these druids, pretty strong fellas, very, very tied to nature, could do what seemed like magic, right? He's long gone though. I don't know of any other really, druids in the area with that sort of strength of arcanic knowledge.
huh. Well, Nessie, do you remember what they look like? The person that did this to you?
Kind of. They were, well, tall and
You say
dressed in-
Thor?
No, not Thor. I said Thor.
Tall.
Yes.
It's maybe there's a list because there's no S in that, but it's fine. It's fine. Keep going.
In the meantime, while this conversation's happening, I'm trying to catch Beatrice's attention and be like, roar.
Oh,
'Cause you
right.
have
Yes.
that task.
Quite. I'm taking notes, you see.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And
You were right with the early picture. Yeah.
See,
So-
this is the picture. Yeah, quite.
And they were dressed in a lot of furs. But they carried a
Furs?
Yes. It had a weird looking stick. It had a
Stick.
stick with them the whole time. It was a
How
big
long ago
stick.
was this?
Was it like me with like hair on the face, or was it like and I point over to Beatrice, like her with like only like a little bit on on the upper lip?
You what, mate? I will destroy
Hey,
you.
no judgment. Okay, it's just
I start conjuring like the cantrip of like bonfire. I can't create bonfire in my hand. It's
Oh, damn.
mighty flammable friend.
ain't that neat? You can create fire. That's pretty
Yeah,
handy.
Oh, hang on, I can do that here. Let me have a quick squeeze for a tick.
So I'm not getting the monster vibes. I'm getting.
I mean, it looks like one.
I know, it looks like one, but I'm not getting the I'm a dick kind of monster vibe.
Well, I guess we had better head back. Dennis is
Can't judge a book by
Buzzkill.
cover. No, we gotta
Create
find out
chaos.
if he's gonna go away.
But what would be the motive?
say, you mind if I take a tooth?
Yeah.
Yes, I mind you take a tooth. That's ridiculous.
It might
Wait,
help
wait,
with this
wait.
lisp.
Wait,
Are you a dentist?
Anyway, so
wait. Okay,
Got a warhammer?
Okay. We had tall fur stick.
yeah, they had like this saggy long brown,
A
and
cloak.
very
Black hair. Yep.
and this weird spiky thing around their neck, and they were very, very white. Well, it's
Was this
very,
very long ago, friend?
no, couple of weeks, I think, maybe.
And they asked you to attack fishers on the lake.
Make a persuasion check.
Fishermen.
Shaggy long brown hair, spiky thing around their
It
neck.
definitely attacks
I-
fishes.
Tell you what. You answer all these
anyone-
questions, I'll give you some knucklehead trout.
No, as a player-to-player question, did anyone catch the last thing that he said? So I've got like shaggy long
Spiky
brown hair.
necklace. Yeah.
And then very
spiky
what?
necklace. Very
Wet.
white.
Oh,
Wet.
White.
white as a
White.
human,
Like-
so like a white
like-
person, white
Like all of
like-
us.
visage, aura,
Are you asking the?
white furs.
Are you asking the creature?
Well, I guess now, yes.
It's white. What's faith? Very white faith.
Okay, all right.
Very pale.
Right.
Dude, I
While
mean,
you're
like,
doing this, while you're having this conversation, you see this creature, or Nephi, just slowly float over towards one of the boats. All right. it's
What's
getting-
the other boat doing?
Oh, hang on. Did you cast Entangle? Didn't you?
I cast Entangle.
So he's not going anywhere. Never mind.
It can throw a saving throw for a DC 13 strength to see if it moves or
I
not.
think
What is the
Yeah.
other boat doing?
It does not
Boat
move.
Number 3. Have they noticed? Are they
The what? What other boat?
boat number 3? Like, you said there was a boat on the
Oh.
horizon.
It
that
left
left.
hours ago.
Okay.
Had a successful catch and it's gone.
We got all the fish.
Ah,
And I offered Nessie a knucklehead trout if it would answer all of our questions truthfully as well.
well, can you roll a persuasion check with advantage, please? And meanwhile, it turned to eat just all of you and said, "They do this. Get these vines off me. What even is this?"
Seaweed.
You're not gonna hurt us, are you? And I look at the boat.
That remains to be seen.
Nessie, why would you hurt us?
Because this person told me to.
But why did they tell you to?
Because they said they would take my speech away, take my brain away if I didn't attack the ship from Bremen.
So-
Nessie, have they asked you to protect something down there, or is it just this area they want us to keep away from? Why did they give you this ability to speak? Why have you got a conscience? Is it this area? All of the lake?
While you're asking these questions, you see Nessie's neck just stretch longer and longer, and it reaches over right up to you, Tolman, within about 10 feet, given where it is and where it's stuck.
Yeah.
And almost in a whisper, it just says, "They wanted people of Bremen to suffer."
That sounds horrible.
It is horrible, but what are you going to do?
What about this? What about we'll give you a few nice fish to eat, and you don't make us suffer? But, has this person with the shaggy hair come back at all?
No, they left.
How long ago was it?
Like I said, a couple of weeks, man.
I mean, if you didn't, attack us, how would they know?
Medium creature.
I guess if word spread of me and what I can do, then they would know that people got to see me and then got away.
Well,
Can-
we're the only ones here. We can easily make sure that people think that you attacked us. We can just tell them, look at the boat. It's already splitting up from...
No,
But-
they would take my speech
not-
away. I don't want that. No, 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 no.
Not just that. Hang on. I rolled a 15 on that persuasion check. What if we can join your ID, Tolman, and we okay, now bear with me, I might be a bit crazy. But what if we Nessie, we would need you to play an intrinsic part in this. But What if we don't go on the water anymore, and you say you've stopped us from fishing, but you help us by bringing us fish to the, like, sneakily, like, to the shore, so we can still feed people, and you can say you stopped us from coming fishing. Look how they're suffering. So you've done your thing. You keep your minds, and if anything happens, like, you can, I don't know, shout out from the shore, and we can come and help protect you. If this person comes back.
I'm very scared. I'm very scared that this person come back and then boop and turn into a stupid fish again.
Do you know
Yeah, but
where
let's be
this
clear. If
person
you're a stupid
is?
fish, you won't know.
That's not very nice.
Yeah, no, that's he would know something was missing. Come on.
He
What if? Wait. What if?
I asked. I didn't get an answer.
Can
I haven't
you-
heard you yet, Beatrice. Sorry.
Oh no. That was before. I was like
Can-
asking him whether he was like an eel or a fish or something. Like, was he his previous size and then like went smaller, or if he was always this big and whatever, and his awakening was more than just his mind.
No, he got a bit defensive, and your impression is he was always this size.
Okay.
Wait, Tobin, if he loses his awakened mind sort of thing, can you bring it back?
I mean,
Can you do that?
maybe. I mean, at the very least, if I can't do it now, I'll make you a promise to come back and give it back to you in the future.
Well, there we go. Why don't we set up a meeting? Like, come to the shore at, say, 5 o'clock every day, and we'll come and we can bring it back if you lose it.
Why don't we get Brennan to turn this into like a tourist trap type village where the mysterious lake monster shows up every now and again, terrorizes a boat.
No.
No, we're supposed to suffer. Remember, Jorgen? Jorgen with the Q? He said.
Yeah, but if make a big show and dance of, a boat being attacked or something, and then word gets out.
We build a boat to be sent out every couple of days, and you attack it. And like so nobody goes on the water, and then you bring us some fish, sneakily like, and then if anything goes wrong, and if you lose your mind, you could come 5 o'clock to the pier, and Tobin will be able to wake you up.
Excuse me, but how is town supposed to suffer? Is it just like overfishing and this creature eats all the fish and then the town starves, or
No.
is it measured in a different way?
When the fishermen come out, like you have now, sneak up with them, and I pump them.
Why didn't you chomp the other boat out there? There's
I
one
tried.
that's-
I
upper one yon.
got away. Oh, because I think I said before. I did. My memory's a little bit fried right now, but I was only told to make the people from Bremen suffer. I didn't care about those in Lonelywood or whatever else up there.
So what specifically did this town do then?
Yeah.
To this druid, like, if you're going to be making a town suffer, you're probably going to stick around and watch the after effects. He's going to be around nearby.
Have we done anything recently, DM, that would warrant this level of open aggression on the town of Bremen?
Scrutiny.
This level of scrutiny.
Have you? What do you mean?
No, the town, like being a man about town, like sort of thing, like as he would Bosphorus have heard of anything going on
Give me a history check.
around all this?
Is it like a football match that
Yeah, or
Brennan won?
someone pee on something he wasn't supposed to pee on. That is a 9.
9. Hard to recall. I mean, your memory gets pretty fuzzy, especially back to a period of 3 weeks ago where nothing really of significance in Bremen occurred that you can
All
recall.
that whiskey.
Oh, okay. Well, It's well, we don't know the why yet. We don't know the motive, but we have a potential solution if Nessie's on board with it and everyone else is.
I've got a question for Nessie. How'd you end up here?
What do you
Were
mean
you
here?
always here?
In
This
the
late?
mayor? Yeah, I've always been here, but I've always kept to myself, and just, like I said, just eat the fishies.
The fishies.
You do whatever was necessary to survive, right?
Yes, but are you mocking me?
Not at all.
Yes,
No, I think it's the cold. We have been out here a few hours now. It's getting mighty cold.
You guys are crazy.
Certainly.
Yeah. It was been a crazy day.
You prefer to have mind of your own, and
Yes,
but it means you must go and attack both every now and then.
yes, if I don't keep making the people of Bremen scared and suffering and not getting their fishies, then the scary person with the stick come and take my brain away.
I would imagine if all I had to do was sit in puddle and eat fish, that I would get bored and wish I didn't have a very interesting brain that could comprehend my existence.
Are you mocking me?
No, I just
You're calling my home a puzzle?
perhaps if we find men,
Your
it wouldn't be
size,
so
yes.
bad for you. If the spell was broken, you would just go back to being.
Don't
No.
antagonize the fish. He likes his new
Nessie,
brain thing.
Nessie. What
can
about if
see
we
him starting
take
to
care
get
of the
agitated.
Shaggy Man? We
But-
take care of the Shaggy Man. There's 6 of us. Look,
That's-
there's 6 of us. We can easily take down this one Shaggy Man.
But wouldn't that
And you
break?
keep your knowledge.
How would I keep my knowledge?
yourself.
Wouldn't the
Well, he
spell
won't be able
break?
to come back here and take it away from you, will he?
How powerful a Shaggy Man do you need to be able to awaken a beast?
You'd probably have to be pretty powerful, but surely not as powerful as 6 people.
I mean,
Hey, look over there. Beatrix is about to cast a massive fire. Like she looks like she's about to set a campfire.
Fireball.
and
You know, she's
I gotta
pretty powerful.
say, Tobin and I, we're pretty dang powerful when we work together. And if we all work together, I reckon there's nothing we can't accomplish.
It's only a 30
Sorry, I was under the impression that if we killed the person who made this fish talk, that it would then end, and then he would go back to being.
No.
that's
I
fishing.
think
Yes, we don't
I
want
think
that. I don't
the-
want to be a stupid.
no.
Oh,
Wait,
but,
sorry, again.
but you're saying if we take care of this man, and then he can't, you would still be talking fish, but you would.
Not have to attack
You
people.
would. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to. Yeah, win-win.
You're saying that I can't be made a silly fish again?
Well, only if the Shaggy Man comes back, that I'm now understanding that if we stop
Really?
him from coming back to do that, then
Yeah.
you can be talking fish.
Or if we put his head on a pike.
yeah. Well, what's up, B?
Well, we don't actually know if it's a male or female though.
In
It's
terms
they.
of Arcana, like, it could be a spell that has a certain duration of time, or it could be permanent.
No,
You can't guarantee someone something that you don't know. what
Nessie said they had a stick, and druids have sticks. Wizards, as far as I'm aware, don't have sticks,
No, it doesn't
Or
matter.
wands.
Like,
right?
Nessie,
Yes.
you should know that
Yes, exactly.
the only enemy you have is the Shaggy Man. We're not your enemy, but we can go and take care of him. We're your friend.
And you all say that even if the Saggy Man, you take care of him, I can still speak like this?
Yep.
Maybe even better at some classes with like somebody.
Maybe if nothing happens and the Shaggy Man still lives, maybe you will stop thinking anyway after a certain amount of time.
Why is this one talking? This is not a nice thing to hear. I like to think.
I think
He doesn't know the way of
That
the
will be
lands
okay.
around here, Nessie. That's all.
It's new. He's new.
He's new.
I think it'll all work out. It'll all work out. Like most things do in the end.
I'll tell you what. Give me a
You
group
just have to
persuasion check.
believe.
Well, it's
A
like
group persuasion.
Yeah.
Okay.
you're
So
trying
all
to promise him
persuasion?
something that's like, if it's like a DM magic and it's like an enchantment that's like
No.
not raw, then
Boss-
that's fine. But if it's raw,
Okay,
it doesn't
so-
work indefinitely.
Persuasion is my
Boss
strong
for
fruit.
Ramus. Boss for Ramus, even if it doesn't work like always, he believes it will work no matter what. Like he'll stay smart.
That's,
Even if it doesn't, he'll do everything in his power to make sure that he does stay smart.
that's some pretty solid checks. We've got a Zane's rolled a 19, Tolbin rolled a 17, Jorgen rolled an 18.
I'm still
There's a
waiting.
couple of
Mine-
negative
mine
modifiers
hasn't
there as
come
well.
with-
That's pretty
Hey,
solid.
why didn't my one come
To-
through?
Yeah, you came
Oh,
through.
Oh no, you came through. You rolled a
You came
14.
through.
I
14.
did.
Will stay the
Oh,
way
I got a
it
14.
is.
Okay.
So I just need who's missing? Dreykov.
Well, it's like in terms of a
Yeah,
group persuasion check,
Beatrice.
it's like I can't persuade them the thing that they're trying to persuade him because I genuinely don't believe it, and that's not my argument.
Okay, all right, great. Okay.
I'm just going with the flow.
Abstain from the persuasion.
Who's
Yeah,
missing?
I'm a bit the same because I like it may just be a spell. Having hung around you
Don't-
for a bit, you had a spell.
Like
will
it
end.
could be like a DM magic, like out of character. Like it could be a DM magic thing where it's a permanent enchantment that he's got it forever.
But,
But, like-
the thing is, I don't know if it's a permanent
Yeah.
enchantment or not. But I'm trying to
Exactly.
persuade him
Well-
that that's a possibility that he keeps his brain. That's my
And
persuasion.
boss, and
I don't know. I
boss,
feel like that's a
boss
shitty thing
thinks
to do. Like you're just
boss
using
thinks it's a
him.
real thing, and even if it does wear off, boss will do everything in his power to make it. He will do
Yeah, but
everything
you
he
can't
can.
guarantee
to
him that
make
he's
it.
gonna have that thing. Like
So-
that's just mean.
So I'm just throwing it out there that Tolbin would be able to come back at like the end of the campaign and half years from now, the very worst case.
Yeah, and do it for 30 days.
We're in the end game.
He doesn't need to know
Well,
that.
Boss
It's not a
will
30
make
day
it a
spell, though.
reality.
Awaken.
Yeah, it's charmed
Awaken.
for 30 days. After that, they stay how they are and they choose whether or not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's an ongoing spell. None of us know
Okay.
that, but it is an ongoing spell. Yeah, this is all fourth wall.
So what's the plan? Because Nathan's starting to get a little bit restless and would rather go catch some fishies.
Well, you go catch your fishies.
Yeah, we'll come back. You just make sure you don't actually, physically hurt anybody whilst we're out taking care of the shaggy person for you.
Well, I can't promise that because that's what I need to do.
No, you just make it look like you are. You pretend.
Okay, I'll try, but this
And
is.
we'll tell people we'll tell people that you're not going to hurt them and you don't hurt them, and then I ask them to make sure that they leave enough food for you as well.
But you understand, the people must suffer. Bremen must suffer.
We'll tell them to pretend to be suffering. How about that?
What about we come throw some bad people in the water? No, I'm just kidding, Nessie. Just
Tolbin. No, we've
I was
talked
kidding.
about this
Nessie.
many times.
Nessie, let us go and take care of the Shaggy Man. All right.
Okay, you take care of the thuggy man. I will
All right.
keep the people in
Any-
fear so that
any-
I stay safe.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Any further boats from Brenham, you can attack. Any further boats that come out from Brenham. How do you know they come from Brenham though? We're a fair distance out here, right? How do you know the difference between these boats and those boats?
Creature sort of nods around a bit like, look, I get around. I can get from A to B pretty quickly.
Okay. Fair call. What about this? We'll take care of the Shaggy Man. Any other boats from Brenham come out, they're yours. They've been warned, okay?
Sounds like a deal.
All right.
All right.
Did you say steal or deal?
No, I said
Yeah,
no. Give me a look. He comes back up again. Like, get rid of these damn vines.
With that request to get rid of the vines and Nessie's good-naturedness, I drop Entangle.
Ah, feels good to breathe again. Down it goes under the
Look,
water.
go spread those fins or whatever it is, and how will we get your attention if we need to bring you back for a chat?
Oh, you don't need to. I see you. I see you. I see everything that happens in this lake.
Well, check if it's us before you eat any further boats. All right.
I'll keep an eye on whatever boats come out from Bremen.
Done.
I can't promise that I won't pump a few people to keep them worried.
Feel free.
Just
Great.
don't seriously injure people.
Just suffer. Yes. Just a little bit.
We'll make them pretend that they're suffering. We'll let them know that.
Maybe take a
they're
foot or an
suffering.
arm if you have to.
Yeah.
No. Zay, no, none of that. None of that. Nessie, none of that.
Well, let's
Only
just go
cruise
solve
anymore.
this problem quickly then.
Let's do that. Yeah, 100%.
I would like to keep
I'll
my
have to-
brain. And
And we want you to keep your brain.
okay, good. So you guys do that. I'll do my thing. And when you fix the crazy person with the stick, come let me know.
All right.
Sounds
well,
good.
Nessie, you have a good night. I appreciate you. I appreciate your conversation. All right.
Thanks,
Mighty,
guys.
Mighty
I
Cox,
I
let's go.
I just need to do one last thing. And now that she's free, now that the creature's free,
Fuck up our boat.
it rocks over to the boat with no damage and just takes a chunk out of it. Pops back up. I'm sorry, I have to. You understand I have to do that. Splintered.
Did any of the teeth come out
Oh,
when it did that?
It did not. No teeth got stuck in the boat on that one.
Damn.
It then submerged.
I need some proof that you exist. Can you just do that again and leave a tooth?
what if I swap you fish for a tooth? What do you think?
I don't think that I want to be pulling my teeth out. How about this? You give me one of your teeth, I give you one of my teeth. Oh my god!
Oh, my gold teeth, and here you go.
Tobin leans in a bit and he goes, Nessie, I got a better deal for you. And you just notice him go behind his ear and plucks off a little white scale that was behind there. And he says, I'll trade you a scale for a scale. It's pretty special. It's not something there's many of. How about that?
The creature kind of looks around like, I don't have any pockets, but seems like I could.
Stick it in your cheek.
Yeah, I guess. And it sort of reaches its neck over to its back and pulls out one scale. I was like, here you go. Just put the other one. Just put it on my there.
Tobin just sticks it onto the tongue.
Oh crap!
Does it make the list like 10 times worse?
Well, keep it on the tongue. There.
Just out of interest, was there anything about the description of the druid that matches the description of Talia?
No, Talia looks completely not like the description you received.
Was there anything from the description of the druid that sounded like the Queen of Winter oral?
Give me an intelligence check. Or history, your pick.
They're both intelligence and they both
I
have
know.
the same modifier.
Unless you're proficient in one or the other. Yeah.
I'm not proficient in either of them. I just lived here for 3 years. Sorry, I've lived here for 10 years. But this has been going on the entire time. All right, let's just go intelligence. Come on, big man, no whammers. Hey, 5. I have no fucking idea.
Yeah, you can't really tell. I mean, as far as you know, in the last 10 years you've been here, no one's ever really seen this Frostmaiden.
Just seen the big ass fucking bird that they fly around on.
Mm-hmm. So, you three are left in the middle of the Mare Dweldon. with 6 trout.
Oh. 5 trout. I fed one to Nessie.
Delicious. 5 trout.
Well, we'll see ya. Hey, don't be a stranger. If you see a lantern at the end of the pier, come say hi. I'll be there. Like, I'm always keen for a chat.
I'll keep an eye out, but gotta keep people scared, so I can't be having tapped at the pier.
No, but we'll pretend. Like, I'll pretend like I'm coming out and I'm praying to the lake. Please stop this suffering. Oh, my leg. No more.
And then I just pop up and go thump on your leg.
No. But pretend. Well, if you're gonna do that, pretend like. Don't actually do that, because
I tell you what, I like this game. Let's just see what happens.
No, because I really don't want. I need my leg to like walk around and do stuff and go and take care of Shaggy Man.
To be fair, you only need one leg. We could put a peg on the other.
Don't listen to Beatrice. She's just cold and angry.
And she doesn't like you very much.
I don't know why she said that. I don't. Anyway. Well, we appreciate you. You have a wonderful evening. Enjoy your fishes, and we're gonna go back into town and try and figure this all out. But
Okay.
we'll be back.
Okay, thank you. If anybody asks, I was really terrifying and narrowly escaped. Yes?
Whoa, Nessie, you're so scary.
Thank you.
What do you think?
Thank you.
there we
Thank
go.
you. And Nessie goes
Charlie
into the
would be
water and
the person
disappears.
to ask about druids in the area, given that she's like into creatures and things. If she's into creatures and
Alright.
things, you know a thing or two
Well.
about druids.
And the
Might as well
spiky
let
neck
it,
thing
roll
sounds interesting.
Maybe there's like a secret sex cult or something, and that's what the spike of color's for.
I'm sure your wife would be interested in that one then. Maybe you should ask
Hey.
her.
You know what? I'm always keen. It's been 10 years. We got two kids. Always got to keep things like, a bit spicy in the sex life. Well, you wouldn't, but yeah,
Okay, so you make your way back to the piers.
Making our way.
As you approach those piers with 2 damaged boats.
Can I
One was clearly damaged before we left.
Can I give?
Yeah, we get our bond back on that.
Can I give 2 fish to the other boat so that they get some coppers as well?
Sure. As you get closer, you're able to pass 2 fish over.
Hey guys, you want to come around to mine tonight for dinner?
I mean, if you're offering, instead of
But
spending
didn't
money
you
at the
give your
tavern.
fish to the fish?
I'm not sure. It's a Wednesday, so that's usually taco night.
Isn't it
fish
Tuesday?
tacos?
I don't think I can deal with that level of madness.
No, it's fun. It's fun. Impa would love to meet y'all, and my kids. Oh my God, you'll love the heck out of them.
Yeah.
As
Keen on
you
a free meal.
approach,
DM.
yes.
Sorry, as we're getting off the boats, can I, with my passive perception, have a look around and see if there's any druidic scratchings around the pier or the dock?
Yeah, make an investigation check.
Is anyone watching keenly about our return?
Give me a perception check.
I also reckon it has something to do with that person who wants all that freaking information.
And as we make these rolls, we'll leave everyone in suspense, and we'll take a 10-minute break.
Sorry, suspense.
You heard me.
Suspense is killing me.
Did I say that, or did I not? I might have.
Buffer and Thuckatash.
Okay, so 10 minutes, everyone. Bio breaks, and back soon. Welcome back.
Cold here.
We've had a bit of a short break. Everyone's refreshed, eaten some crunchy chips, filling up beverages and ready to get back into Bremen. We pick up with the characters arriving back at the docks. They've managed to figure out how to navigate through the ice floes, arriving back into Bremen, and pull these boats up into the pier. Immediately, Barrelbore greets you. He's like, "Oh, you're back. It took you long enough. Where's the catch? How'd you go?"
Hey, Bearable, just want to say, I appreciate you sending us out there. It was a lot of fun. We met we met a nice person.
Hold
out
up.
there.
Hold up. What's up? What happened to my boat?
Oh,
Don't you know
that was the
that was-
monster that you said wasn't out there. That was the monster. We handled that.
Did
like
you, and he
professionals.
very obviously looks around as he says this, did you crash into another ice floe out there?
Does that look
Tell
like
you
an
what.
ice floe to you?
Tell you what,
Yes. What?
you put up a gold for our catch, and I'll say whatever you want us to say.
A gold? You've got, look, barely a meal in fish in front of you, and now I've got to spend my own money to fix these boats?
Oh, you poor thing.
Obviously,
I should be charging you.
I think you should go fish your own ship.
I'm gonna
This is-
say I don't like to pull out the mean card, but every now and then I gotta lay down the law. Maybe I just let people know Variable ain't to be trusted.
Buzz. And he puts a hand on your shoulder. Look, we've been drinking before. You know I like you. And he's holding your shoulder
Exactly.
quite hard. He's like, look,
Yeah.
yeah.
I just flex, and it was like, yeah, exactly. So don't kidda.
Make a persuasion check.
I ain't gonna persuade him.
Persuasion. My foundry. Oh, there we go. Did it come through? Did it come through? No, it didn't come through. Hang on. Let's try that again. Boom. Persuasion. That is a dirty 20.
Buzz, I don't know if I can give any more money, but I can uphold my end of the bargain for this.
You mean pay us exactly what you said you were going to pay us?
Yes. And I'll wear the cost of the damage you've made to my my boats.
Boat.
But
Tell
look,
you what.
yeah, what?
Tell you what. Why don't you like as much as I'd love to put everybody up for the night, I can't house everybody. You know how big my place is. Why don't you put them up for the night as well,
Look,
and we'll call it even.
I've got a better idea, because if you've had some harrowing stories out there, I want to know about it. So how about this? He gets a few on the shoulders and he's like, "Drinks on me tonight. You've survived.
There we go.
You've brought some fish back for me, which is great. I can sell them, maybe. They look pretty miserable. But better yet, Boz, Toll, you're back." And he leans into you and just whispers to you, Boz. He's like, "To be honest, Boz, it was a bit of touch and go either way, wasn't it?"
Out of everybody that I know in the town over the past 10 years, would this seem like does Bearable seem like the person who would be the best to convey the message to make people pretend that they're suffering and explain what actually happened on the ice? Or does he seem that this is the type of person who, if I told him this information straight away, he would twist it to make himself the most profit?
He would absolutely twist it to make himself the most profit.
Cool. But I know the person who I should talk to.
Is that a question or a statement?
Both. No. Do I know the best person to speak to? Actually, no. I already know who I need to speak to. I need to talk to my wife, because then she can talk to all the other wives in the area, and they can tell their husbands. There we go.
All right.
It's done. It's sorted.
Said it.
Okay.
How to spread a rumor.
So he says,
You
look, go ahead. No, he says,
I'm good.
all right, look, let me get some gear here. Let me just pack up the fishing equipment you brought back. I'm happy to see it's still in one piece, or one pieces. And then, look, I'll meet you over at the Stones. Roderick is expecting me there. We go there every night, me and Roderick. You guys were there last night, weren't you? In fact, the four of you were there last night. So you know where it is. Boris Tolman, you know where it is. I'll meet you at the Stones in about 30 minutes or so, yeah? Great. And he heads off and starts tying.
Hey, before you run away, we've got to
what?
give this bloody book back to Tarly. You know where she is at the moment?
Don't worry about that ridiculous
Oh,
woman.
look, I just want to give her the book back and be done with her, but, you know...
I like ridiculous women. Thank you very much. She was very nice. She looks very pointedly at the dwarf. Clever. And like some people with
Just tell us where she is.
She looks past you towards the land end of the dock and just says, look around, guys. She's right there waiting for you.
Oh,
And you see her at the end of the dock. She's like,
Oh, hello.
And she comes running over now that you've recognized she's there waiting. She's like, did you see it? Did you see it?
Yep, we had a close encounter.
What was it?
Anyway,
You
off
know
to get
what?
some drinks.
What?
You know what? Beatrice. Hey, wait. Zane, don't run off. I'm going to take you by my place. We'll get, I'll introduce you to the wife. But Beatrice took down so many notes. She did a wonderful job. Appreciate the amazing effort she went to whilst we were out there singing this thing. Whew. Oh boy. I don't know if I could have done any better myself.
You mean
Beatrice.
you got all the notes? You've got details on what is out there in this lake?
Oh, absolutely.
Yep, we need some coin though for doing that.
And danger pay.
I sort of
That's
just
the one.
like roll my eyes.
I mentioned before I don't have much to give, but knowledge is the great reward here.
Yes, indeed. So what
Did
do
you see the
have
chunker took out of the boat?
Mm-hmm.
We're clearly in danger.
Oh my gosh.
So what you have out there is a creature with a long serpent-like neck, with sharp teeth similarly to a shark, but without the numerous rows. It has a mottled leopard spot pattern across its back and a light-coloured, a white-grey underbelly, again, with skin kind of the texture like a shark or perhaps a dolphin. It has fins that protrude from sort of more of a roundish body, much like a turtle's do. So, you know, this is, I've drawn a picture, you'll see. It is very, very large, and it has been awakened from its simpler, more primitive mind by maybe an awakened spell cast by a druid who seems to be quite vengeful. He's always been a creature this size, apparently, living in the landlocked lake, eating the fish down below. He very much does not wish to return to his simpleton mind. I can't blame him. It sounds dry, frightfully boorish. But yes, we've called him Nessie. He has accepted that name. He's a bit difficult to understand, but, you know, he's kind of okay, I guess. And then, like, there's your picture!
Oh my god! I can see it!
Hell! Heck! Beatrice, that's amazing! You took so many notes! That's why you're so quiet! Wow.
That's...
I said I was going to take the note-taking seriously this campaign. I meant it.
You said you spoke to it. That's incredible. It's been enchanted, this creature.
Yes.
Enchanted
That's
to
amazing.
kill.
Know any
Yes,
druids capable of that kind of an enchantment?
I don't know any druids. I'm studying the fauna in the area. There was a druid that came through here a few weeks ago.
Do tell us more. Did he happen to have, was he tall, dressed in furs? Did he have shaggy long brown hair, and a spiky thing around his neck with an abnormally pale face.
I do remember the spiky thing around their neck. Yeah. They didn't stay here very long, but I remember overhearing a conversation they had. It seemed to be wanting to make sure that this Bremen is honoring the Frostmaiden. Is honoring all.
They certainly had a beef with Bremen.
Who was the conversation with?
The town speaker, I believe.
Did they stay in town? Did they stay in one of the taverns?
The only place you can stay in Bremen is at the inn at the Buried Treasure.
Oh.
I think we should go to speak to the town speaker then, if that's who this druid had a conversation with.
Well, good luck getting any sense out of that man. He's
Maybe if we can't get
Do
sense,
I know who they're speaking about?
No.
the town speaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, the town speaker is a guy called Dorbel Gruff Shalescar.
Love it. Double bluffed shale scar.
Dorbel Gruff Shalescar.
Double bluffed shale.
Dorbel Gruff Shalescar.
How was that my fault?
You also
Can I just-
know, Boz. Sorry,
Yep.
Mark.
Keep going. We also know.
You also know that this town speaker is very old. He's often been found wandering the ice in his pajamas, basically, with no recollection of how he got there.
Sweet.
Can I also play back? It was the bad druid wanted to ensure Brennan was honoring the Frostmaiden.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
What does the Frostmaiden want as a sacrifice, or how is a typical display of honoring the Frostmaiden? Because this seemed all about fear and scaremongering.
No. She looks around. They look around for a second. Says, the rumors are that Bremen is sacrificing any kind of warmth in honor of the Frostmaiden.
So should it be sacrificing warmth? Or-
It is. Look around. Do you see much smoke coming out of any of these chimneys in this area?
Oh, I have an idea. What say? Do you think the druid would take a gander back in town if there was a whole bunch of fires lighting about the place?
Hey,
He might, but is not going without fire. Is that?
Well, that's suffering.
That
That's
is
cold.
suffering.
That's horrendous.
just want to say, as a man of the town, I think that we need our warmth to, not die during the night. It is very cold, if you haven't noticed, by all the snow, lack of sun, all of that stuff.
Nope, didn't notice.
This Frostmaiden seems to deal in suffering, right? Either by
Well-
giving up the warmth or
But why?
you start to go
Why though? 'Cause-
hungry as the fish can't be caught.
But why
know.
is she has she focused on this though? Like up until 3 years ago, we were fine. Everything was fine all the time. Like it
Under
was
who-
still cold, but it wasn't like always.
Like you had sun here?
Under whose direction is
Yeah.
the fires not being lit?
Under the direction, I'm not sure. Look, I've only been here for maybe a month, but it feels like anyone, and I've been traveling around Icewind Dale a little bit doing my research. It feels like anyone that can enforce a decision or make a decision is usually the town speaker.
Again,
Right.
which returns to we need to go and have a
Double
conversation.
bluff. Double
There you go.
bluff is our next point of operation after you meet my family. Come on.
Are we we have wasted enough of the day.
Just as the team are like ready to leave Tali, I grab Tali and B and bring them together, and I point to Bree's picture and I go like, just here on the diagram, you see this bit on the side here, and I just reach into my my coat and I pull out the scale and I go,
Is that what I think it is?
this, I can't give this to you, but this is a scale from Nessie.
Can I hold it for a second?
You can hold it.
Oh, and she quickly gets some charcoal out of her bag and another piece of paper and does a rubbing of it.
This lady is rich AF. Do you know how much all that paper costs?
And
She has no money.
she reluctantly gives it back to you after really inspecting it, and like, this is what you've both brought to me is much more than I could ever have dreamed of. Take this. And she hands you, Tobin, a small pouch with 5 gold coin in it.
Whoa, that's a lot of money.
And she hands
She is
you,
loaded.
Beatrice, a spell scroll.
Ooh. Much obliged.
This is and she can't even get the words out, and she just takes it, turns.
Well, if you ever want to ask any questions or discuss it further, I'll be about the place.
I will. I'll find you if I have any questions. Do you think I could speak to it?
I wouldn't try that. We barely got
What
away.
conversation.
Yeah, no.
The clear instruction
what?
was attack anything that comes from Bremen.
Oh, well, hang on.
Attack.
Tell you what. If you want, I can try and introduce you. Maybe later tonight.
There was once an old druid named Horgrid, and he had a deal with a big giant spider in a forest. And the big giant spider and him had a deal, but the deal didn't expect a Horgrid's friends who came to chat to the giant spider. So sometimes deals don't work like that with nature. We can't promise your safety out in the ice, Tali. You'd have to know that before you left.
Perhaps we find this druid guy first, and then we talk later.
Okay, I'll spend some time reading up and understanding these fantastic resources you've brought me, and then I'll know the right kinds of questions that I want answered. And they turn and start to wander away, just in awe of what the two things.
So team, let me get this straight. Are we gonna try and lure this shaggy person to the town and take him on here?
Lighting fires does sound like a plan, just whether it's the best plan.
Well, maybe we learn more about this shaggy man, and then if that seems like the best plan after that, then perhaps do that.
Yeah, because it doesn't sound like a good plan, but my family's here, and I might appreciate if we don't bring danger to the town that my family's in, if at all possible.
Can't you just move them somewhere else?
There's not a town nearby.
I'm sure, like, you could go camping or something like that.
Oh yeah, camping in the wild. Yeah. You're a cracker, Beatrice. I like you.
Skiing then?
So where are you heading? You got a barrel ball waiting for you shortly at Stones. Or you can go anywhere else you want.
Y'all want
Do
to
you
meet my
want to
family?
speak to the speaker?
What are we nodding to? Going to visit Boz's family or going to visit the speaker?
Speaker. Let's go to this speaker.
Yeah. I look around the group and I just kind of talk a little bit sheepishly. Look, we're gonna go speak to this guy. He's not the sharpest tool, right? He may or may not know exactly what we're saying at any point in time. So, with that in mind, any of you particularly gifted at speaking to people and getting them to do what you want? Because it might be good if you're the person who chats. I know I'm really good at, growing carrots. Not great at chatting.
I'm good at intimidating, I guess.
I mean,
This guy's
I'm
too
good
dumb
at
to be
talking.
intimidated.
I'm
Very well.
good at talking, and things eventually work out in my favor. Like you've seen it.
I'm good at
But,
telling people that they're stupid.
I've heard that from you a few times, B.
Does this old man have like an assistant or a confidant that we could also speak with as well?
Who are you talking to? Tali?
No.
Torben or
Oh,
boss,
amongst
I
yourselves.
assume.
Okay, sorry. I thought you were asking
Yeah.
me. Okay, cool.
Yeah, no. I don't know. Does the speaker have like a speaker in waiting, or something?
Speaker in waiting.
It's-
Look, not that
we
you're
just go
really aware of. I mean, people know that you know that this speaker is certainly on the way out, but no one's really keen to step up and fill those shoes.
I mean, not as such. Like Shellscar's on his way out, and no one's really stepped up yet to step into his shoes. I mean, we can go talk to him. I mean, you know magic, right, Beatrice? Like, I hate to say it, but are you able to
Zane. Maybe
Co-
Zane could have a
coerce
chat to him.
this?
Oh.
Jorgen? Are you a
I mean, like, I can burn him alive if that's what you're after.
I hit things for a living.
Okay.
More the chatting, more
Both
the chatting.
maybe viable options, but like that's like when talking fails kind of thing.
Then I can split him in half.
Zane, are you a holy man?
In ways.
Maybe if you chat to him, you can like approach it from that kind of angle, right? You're a good bloke, you're a holy guy. Maybe he'll, have a calm conversation.
I've studied religion, but not very
I could
holy.
approach
No, no.
the side of
What
the
if-
mind and
what
then
if-
slit his throat.
Okay. Let's not go straight to the violence straight away. But what if Zane, you talk to him, you want to understand a little bit more about what's happening with the colds and the giant bird flying overhead and oral and what's required, sort of thing, that maybe casually bring up about the spiky, shaggy person?
Maybe. I don't know if I'm the right person to be talking, but I'll give it a go.
I reckon you and B like a good match, and the rest of us will.
Zero charisma party. Is that what we've got?
No.
Doesn't
I
appear
have
pretty
a
much
13.
to be a zero charisma party.
I have a I have a 12 charisma, not a 13.
I've got a
Plus
13.
one modifier. I have my persuasion is a +3.
All right.
Yeah.
I've got a +1 persuasion, but my charisma is 8. So
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
have you not met me?
I felt it. I felt it straight away.
So you're standing there having this chat, and you can feel the chill of evening start to bite into you, especially after coming
You know
just off
what?
the water.
Why don't we go and so Shellscar is at the pub that we're going to anyway?
No, I'm not going to his house.
You don't know. You don't know
Yeah,
where
no.
it is.
All right. Why don't we? It's getting cold. Impa makes a fine stew. We could have some stew, talk a little bit more, maybe, and then set out to go and find Shellscar tomorrow.
An excellent plan.
I think
Sounds
I've
like
already
a good plan.
pre-booked accommodation.
We've already paid.
Yes.
Oh no, I was just saying dinner. I apologize. I might have miscommunicated. I can't house everybody. The house is not that big.
Well,
There's
that
like
is
a couch.
because we, well.
Couch shall be mine.
But we could go have dinner, then go out for drinks, and if we do come across Scalescar, Shellscar, yep, Shellscar, there we go. I'll get it. And then, I mean, there are 5 taverns in town. We could go, and he might be there. But food before liquor.
I don't want any fish juice.
No. They have ale as well. The fish, the knucklehead trout whiskey is a local delicacy in the 10 towns.
Delicate.
No, it's called a delicacy because people only drink it because it's the cheapest thing available in the area, and everywhere else, if it's shipped out of they realize how bad it is.
Oh, right. It's because you're poor. Very well.
Yeah,
Okay.
delicate financial.
You're also poor, Beatrice.
Yes, delicate
Just saying.
situation. Yes, fine.
So you all find your way towards the Rome house? Is this what I'm hearing? All right, so you find your way through the streets, going behind the 5 Tavern Center to get to Rome, the House of Rome. As you open the door, not just overhead, but overhead, off in the distance, you can see that aurora starting to form high up in the sky, carving its way from north to south, before turning and heading east again. And that is where we'll end tonight's session as you enter the House of Rome.
Nice.
Just quickly, is that normal for the region?
Every
The
night.
Aurora. Yeah, every night.
Yes,
Every
it's been
night.
doing this for a while now. Amazing you haven't noticed.
Last 3 years, to be exact.
Yeah, exactly right.
In a while.
Well, I don't know if I've been there that long.
No.
Only a month or two.
Still, like, for Boz and Tolban, it'd be like almost a non-event. It was pretty bizarre the previous night because it seemed much closer than normal. Zane, it's still a bit of a weird occurrence to you. Jorgen, I'm not sure if you noticed it yet, but certainly Beatrice and Greykov, it's still very much a like, what the hell?
Is it at a regular time? Or just, like, it's whenever? There's no pattern to it.
No, it is the start of every evening is what happens. Yeah. So
Right
it was
at
not
midnight.
necessarily 6:45.
As in,
and I thought this one
yeah,
would
okay, I was
happen,
going to say, like, could you set your clock?
but close, but not accurately.
Okay.
No.
Alright.
So, what's a clock?
So listen,
I have a
thanks for
sundial.
joining us, everyone. I hope everyone's had a good opening session for Rime the Frostmaiden. I know my voice will need some recovery from that, but it's going to be awesome. I'm excited to meet Boz's family next week. Straight into it.
You have 3
That's
different
dangerous.
voices you have to do. You got my wife, who apparently just is canonically horny for some reason. I don't know how I
I
managed
mean,
to
like,
get that
who
in.
isn't?
Yeah, there you go. And then I've got a son and a daughter. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Awesome. I'm excited.
So probably
Yeah.
just imagine like the most demonic little crotch goblins that you ever could, and then that's his children.
No. Steve,
Either
it's
that
okay,
or they're
'cause
setting up for a
Link-
wonderful tragic backstory.
No,
Or
don't touch my
front
fucking
story.
family. Don't touch my family. Also, it's okay because in the games, Link doesn't speak, so it's fine.
He's mute.
No, he just never on camera speaks.
He just grunts, doesn't he?
Yeah. Hey, yeah.
Righto, fam. We'll leave it there. See you all again next week. Oh,
Woohoo.
we do have something special coming into our Patreon subscribers over the next little while. Might have already started in our Discord channel. You'll see some fantastic character intros as we hit our Patreon site, and then jump into our Patreon Discord channel to see more of that. And also, if you wanted to ask any of our characters any questions, what they were thinking at any point in time, what would they have done differently potentially, why, anything, feel free to become a Patreon, jump in the Patreon Discord channel and ask away. And with that,
Jorgen, why did you use the great axe instead of the 2 hand axes?
Why didn't you set the boat on fire? Why did you show restraint? I still ask
Just-
myself that question.
I was told
Just
to.
why?
Why didn't we murder Hobo as soon as we saw the shadow? I think this is the first time we have not murdered Hobo straight
I
away.
told him not to. I'm like, no, don't do it. I don't want to die. I've got 8 hit points.
You have 8. I have 13. God, I'm a tank. It's so weird.
Catch a cold and you're dead in the Icewind Dale.
There's no
Well-
penicillin in Icewind Dale, that's all I'm saying.
so that's it.
Catching like a chest infection. What are you guys thinking about? It's cold. Oh, you guys killing me.
Thanks again, everyone. We'll see you all next week and on the Discord before that. Bye.
See you later, gents.
Bye.
See you guys.
Bye.